Welcome to Cedar Point Shores. Welcome to Cedar Point Shores, that is. I am here today at Cedar Point Shores and at Cedar Point today. We are going back and forth between the two and talking about the things that I have not done yet. Now, I put something out on my shorts on YouTube for people to tell me the things that I haven't done yet, but that they would like to see me do. So, go check out my shorts, follow those. You can even follow the playlist, I believe, so you can see whatever is coming up next, whatever I have done at that very moment. But if you press subscribe, they'll also kind of show up too. But today we are going to do a ton of different things. We are going to ride different rides, possibly ride Wicked Twister a couple different times. It's one of them that I've heard a lot of. We are going to go to Cedar Point Shores. We are going to go to Cedar Point. We are going to hit up a couple of different bars. We're going to do a lot of different things today. So I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited, and let's go. Today I'm going to the left because we are going to be hitting the water park today. And of course, it's the first time I've actually seen a line for the season pass line here. And we are on our way. We'll see what I discover on our way. I also see a little sign here that says Cedar Point Nights. That is happening this evening, but Cedar Point Nights is definitely one of those things today. Another thing I think that's gonna have to happen is I'm gonna have to ride Wicked Twister a couple times today. Wow, I never knew this restaurant was here. Bay Harbor. This is kind of actually exciting. It's like the first time at Cedar Point for me. I can see the stage up in front of me. I believe right over here there used to be dormitories, but I'm not sure if that's where they were or not, but I would assume, since that's an empty spot of land there, maybe they'll expand that, reroute this road, and that'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be against that at all. Another thing on our list today is to walk out to Lighthouse Point. We'll be headed that direction later on today. I've been told it is absolutely beautiful out there. So we're gonna go check that out too tonight, which is one more reason why parking over here might not be a bad thing to do. As long as there are parking spaces, which I think I see some. I think we're good. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left. I think that's how you get demonetized, isn't it? And we've got Cedar Shores Park here to the right. Great. Let's go. All right, I am on my way into Cedar Point Shores right now. Let's see what we can find here today. We're definitely going back to that bar. But before that, I probably need to go grab something for lunch today. Right now there are lines right behind me for bathrooms in the main area, but there are bathrooms on this side that have tons of room in them with like almost never a line. I don't know that I've ever seen a line for the bathrooms over here. So when you come in, turn to the right, go underneath Magnum, and then just turn straight into here. Come to these big rooms, family changing, bathhouse, gentlemen, ladies. There's so much space here. Why wait in line if you don't have to, right? Literally, there was nobody in that bathroom whatsoever. Of course, I'm not going to film in the bathroom because that's creepy. It's both creepy and illegal. But it was completely empty. There was nobody in there whatsoever. So definitely nice. Now, right now, we're gonna go someplace to put our things down, and that's right in front of me over the bridge here. So if you want a private space where you can put all your things, that is definitely a good option for you. The space that I really like is right underneath these umbrellas here. That's a better place to put things if you want your stuff to be right in the middle of everything. Maybe you feel more relaxed with your things being where everyone, including yourself, has quick access to them. Often I feel that way, so that may be a better option for you. All right, I just had a delicious lunch. I am now on my way out to the bar. We're going to go check that out. Now, the easiest way for the majority of people to find the poolside bar is to go back to the wave pool. Almost anyone can find the wave pool. From there, there is one way to get to the poolside bar, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. Now, from the other side, you can also get into the poolside bar, but that takes a different route. That would be a little bit harder for the majority of people to find. So like I said, go back to the Breakwater Bay wave pool. Of course, back here, you also have Schooner's Bayside Bar. Waves are going. Looks like fun. Quite honestly, I'm very hot and I would love to get into it, but we have a mission today. I've already done the wave pool. I have not done what we are about to do right now. On this side, you'll see this other little group of single stall restrooms, which I recommend don't stand in line for, just go to the other big ones. You'll walk down this kind of hidden area here next to the lazy river. And of course, underneath, Magnum. And here is the bar. I'm not quite sure if they're open yet or not. We'll have to find out. Nobody's in there yet. Look at this line of people getting ready to go in. With that line of people, I imagine that they are opening up at noon. But for right now, we're going to just keep on going down. There is a line to get into Muffleheads Pool and Bar, and it does look like they check everyone's ID before you even enter the gates for in there, because it's just a place where you can hang out. But it is 21 and over, no matter who you are. So if you have kids, this is not a place that you can come with your kids. This is something you can do with your friends or by yourself like me today. I don't really recommend it by yourself, but I mean, for science, I'll do it. It's fine. At every bar here at Cedar Point, they will ask you a couple questions. One is this really your ID? And the second question is, are you really over 21? Thus that of every single person, no matter what bar you're at. Do not be offended if they ask that to you. They ask it of every single person. I definitely look like I'm over 21, but they ask me every single time. I'm an old boomer. You guys know that, so. I'm gonna get one of these right here in the shade. Of course, I can always move out into the sun if I want to. Now, they did tell me that you have to take your ID with you up to the bar because they do scan it. And they scan it that's another thing that they do at every bar here. They scan your ID in. That way they know that you used an ID to purchase your drink. So if that is something that's going to be a problem for you, you should just be able to take your ID into the water, but it's something for you to be aware of before you get here so that you don't have a problem with it. Now, of course, also make sure that you bring your wallet, make sure you bring your ID in to the park with you. I just met a young lady in line and she did not have her card with her, her ID with her. She put it in a locker. So she was like, oh, I have to get an ID to get in there. So she's gonna have to go all the way back to her locker, get it, and then come back if she wants to come to this pool bar. Now, legend is that this is a magical pool where nobody ever has to get out of the water to pee. So I'm getting in early before anyone has to pee. I made a rookie mistake, guys. I forgot my credit card. Talking about all the things you need. And I forgot my method of payment. It's a hot day, so it's time to get under the water. Asked her for her favorite drink. I know what she's getting me, but let's see how it tastes. Thank you.
There you go, boss. They do have little seats here on the sides that you can sit on. And then ledges, of course, that you can put your drinks on. They also have little tables around in the pool where you can get your drinks too, or of course on the edges over on that side too. Of course, you can take them to your seat with you also if you would like to. I, on the other hand, am gonna sit here drinking my nice cold drink in the water on this very hot day. If I'm gonna be honest, and as nitpicky as I can be, it tastes a little bit just like Gatorade or something like that, which I don't really care for as much. It's still fine, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not necessarily my favorite drink that I've ever had. It's definitely no tequila sunrise. It's still very good though. I think I would prefer drinks be just a little bit more bitter than this one. I do like a sweet drink. My tastes are maturing in the last couple years. Maybe not my favorite drink that I've had, but it's still good. Muffleheads, I think, is supposed to open at noon. It opened today at about 12:30. There are already a ton of people in this pool too. Although I'm sure it can get fuller than this. And people just keep pouring in too. You can see them back there, taking people's IDs. I have had a couple people say that I should rank every bar here at Cedar Point. If that's something that you think would be fun to see, you guys should definitely let me know. Although I'm not sure if my bladder or my liver can handle that much. Well, it's all done. And it's not strong enough for second drink, so sadly, I'm gonna need to get out of here and keep on moving. I think there are some thunderstorms on the way today, so we only have so much time to complete all the things that we want to do, except for the indoor things. We are going to be doing a couple of indoor shows and checking out the glass making demonstration today, if we can get it, but I'm assuming those things are going to happen during the rain. So until then, I think we have a couple more hours, so it's time to keep on getting a move. Thank you guys for watching this video today. If you are enjoying this video so far, please press that subscribe button. Also, you can give it a big ol' like. We would love for you guys to join this roller coaster loving family if you haven't yet. All right, we are on our way back out and into the park today to complete a couple of other things that we have never done today. So let's just keep on moving. One thing's off our list. That one thing took a while, but I think all these things today are gonna take a while. So let's just keep on moving. Although I am cooled off, I am feeling good. I had a nice, cool, refreshing drink, and I was sitting in some cool, refreshing water. So you can't get better than that, really. I mean, let's just be honest here. But we are now on our way into the park for our next thing. Actually, first I'm on my way back to my car to get a few things, and then we're on our way into the park to do a few more things. At this point, it is 12:45, and it is almost entirely full. So keep that in mind coming here. You may definitely need to park earlier than, 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Now we are on our way over to the Boardwalk. That is our next place coming into for our day here at Cedar Point of things that we have not done yet this year. Really, that we haven't done ever. So we're on our way. Let's go. All right, I just found out about the wine tour, which I think sounds really fun. It's something that I would love to do. But that wine tour is $75 for 2 people. So honestly, for 2 people, that's not that bad. He said it's somewhere around 72, maybe 75. So take that with a bit of a grain of salt. But honestly, that amount of money for a wine tour is not that terrible. And then he said that it is
like 4 or 5 different types of wines. You also get a cheese platter during that. And then they take you all the way from the end of the boardwalk all the way to the other side down by the lighthouse at the very, very end, which is where we're going tonight, but we're not going to take the tour on the way. So I think that definitely sounds like fun. Sounds like something different. Maybe someday we'll have to plan to do it. I am walking down the boardwalk now to the, really to Wicked Twister. That's where I'm headed next. Someone challenged me to do Wicked Twister 20 times. I'm sorry. There is no way I'm doing Wicked Twister 20 times, but I might hit it a couple times in a row just to see. I think we might try to hit it as many times as we possibly can in an hour. So it'll be from beginning to end in an hour. How many times can I get in the line before the hour is over? And after the hour is over, then I can still wait for one more ride. I just can't resist coming out here onto the beach just for a little bit today. Especially during the day. It feels so nice. Like I said last time, there are so many boats out. A lot more than I remember seeing last year anyway. And maybe it's just, maybe COVID has something to do with that. I don't know why that would be. We can see Wicked Twister going right now. They just announced yesterday that Wicked Twister was closing, which is why people have dared me to ride it today. I will ride it, but like I said, I'm not going to ride it 20 times. We'll see how many times I can get on it in an hour, though. My spidey senses say that Wicked Twister should have horribly long lines today because everybody will be wanting to get their last couple of rides in on it, but I don't know if that's going to be true. It's been a pretty unpopular ride overall, so I have to wonder if maybe there might still be fewer people in line than there would be at some of the others, but it also wouldn't surprise me if I saw horribly huge lines for it today. So I guess we'll find out soon. All right, we are here inside the park at the perfect time. It is 1:57, so starting at 2 o'clock, I will hop in the line, regardless of how long that line is for Wicked Twister. When I get into it, at that point, we'll start the clock, and I have an hour to ride it as many times as I possibly can. I don't know how many times that's gonna be. Could be just one, could be 10 times. Oh, God forbid. Please don't let that be the case. Let's see how long this actually takes today to ride the newest roller coaster that is going to be canceled here at Cedar Point, Wicked Twister. It doesn't look like it has a horribly long line, so we might just be in luck. You might get exactly what you want, unfortunately for me. So here we go. It says a 60-minute wait. Honestly, I don't believe it. Just dawning on me right now, they're getting rid of Wicked Twister. That was just announced yesterday. A couple of years ago, they got rid of the extra entertainment area that was over here, which was like a concert hall performance area. And at this point now, they only have some of these smaller rides: Tiki Twirl, Max Air, the giant wheel, all of those. This is prime location on all of this area, not to mention the beach if they wanted to use up some of it for them to put a roller coaster in. All of this empty, large cement space. It's very likely that they're going to put something big in here. We'll see what they actually do. It's kind of exciting, honestly. It has been a 20-minute wait for Wicked Twister right now, and I'm still a little bit not quite ready to get on the ride. I think I have 2 people right in front of me. So it's probably going to be like 25 minutes. Maybe if we're lucky, we can get on 3, maybe 4 times today. So let's see what happens.
Then 3, 2, 1.
It's actually going to be 27 minutes before I get on this ride, which means probably realistically 28 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to get more than 2 done today. We'll see what happens.
Well, I made a good choice to get on when I did, because there ain't no way we're getting 3 rides on this. Look at how long this line is now. It's crazy. But we are going to get in line for it one more time. Last time for today. I'm sure I will ride it again. Just not today.
It says a 5-minute wait on the app for Wicked Twister, and it says a 45-minute wait on the line for Wicked Twister, and I don't believe this is either of those. Maybe 45 minutes, that might be possible. The last one took about a half hour from start to finish, so there's a good chance this is at least 40 minutes. But we have moved very quickly, immediately down this line, so who knows, maybe I will get a 3rd one in before the hour is over. It's 2:56, so unless this breaks world records at how fast they can get people on and off of these trains, there's no way I'm getting on a 2nd time. All right, that was 2 rides on Wicked Twister in an hour, and the line isn't very long right now. So maybe I just hit it at a bad time. I don't know, but I'm glad I'm only riding it twice. However, that last time was absolutely epic because there were 2 girls behind me that were just screaming. I mean, I haven't heard screams that loud since the last time I watched Titanic. It was absolutely amazing. So that was definitely fun. I am glad to be off that ride though and be done. But I am glad to be done tying my stomach up in knots. And we are going to head to our next place, which is some water. I am so thirsty. So definitely some water, maybe a drink, a special drink also, but absolutely water is the most necessary thing right now. So that's where we're headed at this very moment. You know I can't walk past the Swell Tones without getting them on video for just a minute.
Here's one of the characters from the Forbidden Frontier out here playing spoons. He'll do that kind of to lure you and your kids into Forbidden Frontier. Ask him what he's doing, and he will show you all there is to know about Forbidden Frontier. I am waiting on the next demonstration to happen, / going to look for some water, because eventually a glass blowing demonstration will happen.
All right, well, I have some time right now because I think the next glass blowing demonstration happens at 4 o'clock. But it's a scorcher out here and I don't want to leave this part of the park, so I'm taking off my socks right now so that I can do one of my favorite rides in the park, Thunder Canyon.
It does look like it might rain today. Once again, it is just a walk-on for this ride. This entire year, I don't think I've seen anything more than a 5-minute line for this ride. So that's awesome. It's like no matter how many people they get in the line at a time, it's never huge. There are always people coming by, but the ride just moves fast enough that they don't have to worry about it.
Now the line, especially on the wood, does get a little bit slippery. So keep that in mind, especially for your kids when you get to that spot, because the wet wood can be kind of difficult to navigate. It's either slippery or it's extremely hot.
Well, I still don't see anything happening in the glass blowing demonstration. I will ask about it. Alright, it's starting to rain, just a very, very tiny amount. We'll see if it keeps going or not. A little bit of rain right now actually kind of helps. It feels kind of nice to have it rain just a bit. And the sun's back out, so maybe I did make a good choice after all. When I see things like this, I immediately go to, oh, it's gonna rain. I'm thinking they're definitely preparing the park for some rain this afternoon. Which it is supposed to rain quite a bit, so we're gonna go find some place to go grab a drink inside, and I know exactly where that place is. In my last Cedar Point video, we went to Chickie's and Pete's, and while we were there, I recognized that there was a bar inside. I didn't have anything to drink at that point, but I'm thinking I might go get some of those wonderful fries and a little drink while I'm there, because it's definitely gonna start raining in about 5 seconds. So I don't have very long to go. I did get myself a nice big water, which I suppose I could have just gotten at Chickie's and Pete's, but that initially wasn't really the plan. But we do have ideas of things that need to be done today, so this should work nicely while it rains here at Cedar Point. Just hopefully all the crowds don't beat me to it. We've got the Swell Tones wondering if they're actually gonna perform or not. Da 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 da. Tequila! This is maybe not the fastest way to get to Chickie's and Pete's, but it is the way that is the most out of the way for the crowds. There are a lot of places that are away from crowds, even as much as it seems like Cedar Point does not have those places. There are always places where you can get away from the crowds. This is one of those places. Maybe someday I'll do a quick video on the other places that you can find to get away from the crowds. It's always nice to know where those are. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would like to see. Oh, this is exciting. The house on Boo Hill is open. Well, not open, but it's here. I love the house on Boo Hill, and I think it should just become an attraction all year long. That's obviously not what they do, but I find it to be so much fun to do with my daughter. For those of you who don't know, it is a kids haunted house for when they do Halloween weekends. And it's just very slightly spooky, but I find it to be pretty fun. And we are here at Chickie's and Pete's. No more did I just step in onto the stairs here than my leg got wet on my way in. It is already starting to pour. Oh my word, that was perfect timing. Chickie's and Pete's has a virtual QR code that you can use to find the menu and then get a drink. All right, this is called the Raptor. It is Jack Daniel's Triple Sec, Sour Mix, and Sprite. So let's see how this tastes. I really like that. It's like a Jack and Coke, only more sour. And Jack and Coke is definitely my drink, so I'm digging it. Let's keep going and enjoy this while it rains outside. Already took a bite because I never can wait, but it does look very good. It is traditional boneless wings with the spicy rub on it. And actually, I like this rub on it better than anything like at Buffalo Wild Wings. So it's absolutely delicious. The sun has come out outside, which means it's hot, but I'm nice and cool inside, and I am dry because I made it in here in time. So cheers to that. Food's all gone, and it's time to finish up this drink.
By the way, did you know that there was an American Cornball Association? Because I'm kind of fascinated. All right, well, that was a great last hour spent in Chickies and Pete's, just getting some food and a drink, which I still have with me right now. And now there are a couple things that we've wanted to do. First of all, a whole bunch of you sickos told me that I needed to ride Slingshot. It's not happening. Stop it. If I hate Wicked Twister, then I guess I can't say I hate Slingshot because I've never ridden any of those, but I refuse to. So no. But we are going to go check out the games here at Cedar Point. That was one of the comments that I've had. So that's what we're going to do right now is go check out a few games here in the Coliseum. I've also had a couple people say that they wanted to see the inside of the Coliseum. Of course, I wish I could see more of the Coliseum. I'd love to go up into the ballroom and stuff, but we can't. Right now, all that's available is hanging out here in the arcade. So that's what we're gonna do right now, check out the arcade.
Okay, I didn't know that this was here too. There's actually duck pin bowling here. That's really cool. Duck pin bowling is actually a really, really difficult form of bowling. It looks easy because everything's smaller, but it is not easy. Look how small those pins are. Ooh, strike!
Now, I don't really recommend coming here to the arcade because unless you are a local, there's not really much that you are doing good while you're here. I mean, you're just spending extra money. You already spent money to get in. However, sometimes you come to Cedar Point with someone who doesn't really want to ride rides at Cedar Point, and this may be a good option for one of the younger kids in your group to come and hang out at the arcade. Or of course, you also may come on like a school trip or something like that, and this is a great place to come. If you are a local to the area or you just have a season pass and you are here all the time, I think it's definitely worthwhile to come and, you know, hang out, see what all the different things are. But it's really not any better than just your local Chuck E. Cheese. So I think I would just prefer to go to that. About the thing that I love the most here is the huge model of Steel Vengeance that they had in the museum a couple of years ago. I love just looking at this thing and checking it out. It's so much fun for me.
Of course, there are also a couple of kids' games and shows and rides that kids would definitely enjoy. And as a matter of fact, I think maybe the next time I bring my daughter, she's always wanting to ride things like this. But this is one made for kids. So she might really, really legitimately enjoy this.
Now, I think they actually have all of these arches through here because those were meant to support the ballroom that was above us, because they knew they would have so many people in that ballroom. I'm pretty sure it's above us. I don't know where else it would be. But I guess in all fairness, I don't really know if that's where the ballroom was. I guess I'm just using a very educated guess at that point. But there are tons of different types of arcade games here. Actually, there are some pretty cool ones. Some that are pretty virtual and are larger than what you can get just at your average arcade. So I would say that's definitely fun. Still not sure that I think it's worth it in comparison to you know, riding roller coasters while you're here or seeing shows, things that are free with your ticket when you come to Cedar Point. This is probably the most fun virtual game I've seen. It uses actual water to spray onto a screen. That seems really fun. I would have loved that as a kid.
Now, Cedar Point night started yesterday. We are going to be going tonight.
There is also a dining experience in the dark that you can do from 5:30 to like 7:30 or something like that. I might really mess this up, but I'm gonna give it the old college try. So, Gieryn Blanston, I think, I don't know if I said that right or not, and I'm really sorry if I messed up your name, but they asked about if I can cover big boy seats. There is a guy on YouTube, I fit in all the seats, so I don't really know what I could tell you about all the seats here. Now, I haven't always fit in all the seats, but I do now. So there is a guy though, his name is Dorky Dude on YouTube. I want you guys to definitely go check him out, give him some love over there. He goes through, he checks out the seats, he gives measurements on how big the seats should be or could be for you to be able to fit into them. So you can actually really have an idea of how big the seat is and whether or not you will be able to fit into it. So I definitely recommend going to check out his stuff. He will give you the best idea, the best gauge on what seats will fit or will not fit, if that is something that you are concerned about when coming here to Cedar Point, because nobody likes being rejected for a ride. That is just not fun. So it is nice to have that information ahead of time. So definitely go check him out. I will link his stuff down below so that you can check it out. And yeah, go see him, give him some love. Tell him I sent you.
Now, we have a ton of fun, different carnival games that you can do. I never really get into carnival games, but these are other things that could be really fun for you or your family to do. I mean, winning some huge prizes, that is something most kids are not going to turn down. And some of these, I think you actually kind of, it looks like you might win one way or another. $5 wins small, $10 wins medium, 20 wins choice, and you're a winner every time. I don't know if that means you win what you want every time, or if there are different, levels.
I'm guessing 8th grade or first month. All it takes is one wrong.
Of course, though, I love having all the carny atmosphere here. There's something about that you really just can't have an amusement park atmosphere without having some sort of carnival person, shouting at you and saying, "Come, step right up." I know that's not what they're saying, but you know. Could I be any more stereotypical?
And we have yet more games over here on the main midway.
The red one? This one? Can you catch it? Are you ready? There you go. Good job.
So many games to take advantage
You guys have a
of.
great day.
Basketball. We've got blocks to knock over. Some of them, I swear, repeat too. But then it looks like we also have maybe some tests of strength over here. We have lots of different things that you can do. Not to mention the floating booths over here that you can take advantage of. Also,
All right, guys, I'm going to count backwards.
the water
You're going to hear a buzzer
streams,
in 3, 2,
all kinds of stuff.
1. And we are off to the races here at Chapco. 2 of the races between number 11, number 12, and number 13.
Now, I have never been a fan of any of these kinds of games or things like that. So if that is something that you are really into, you're on your own. I'll show you what they are, but I don't know that it's going to help a whole lot.
Over here, we've also got the Marines who have been stationed today here. This is the first time that I have seen them here. He is doing a lot of pull-ups.
Couldn't be me. I've never been able to do a pull-up, not even at my best. Not even when I did P90X last year. No pull-ups for me. I got in good shape too. Still can't do a pull. Still couldn't do a pull-up.
I can either grow my YouTube channel or shrink my body. Those are the two options. Well, I had a plan to do the glass blowing demonstration today, but I believe that that is all done today. And when I was back there, they didn't have it. So it sounds like they usually try to wrap up by 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, which would be right about now. So we may not hit that, but we have other things that we can do. I am gonna walk back there and see if they're going. All right, somebody did request the Smarty Party, and that's what we're gonna go check out right now. The Smarty Party. It looks like I'm just gonna hang out here. I'm gonna do Smarty Party, we're gonna go back, we're gonna do the block party, and then we're gonna come back up here, and we're gonna hit the red Garter Saloon for the uprights.
You think you know the answer? I'm gonna need you to neigh like a horse so that we know to call on you. And then, if you get the answer correct, we'll move you up from the starting line to the first marker, and then the second marker, and then the finish line. The first person to get 3 correct answers will win Cedar Downs. So, without further ado,
Wait a minute.
2027.
They are talking entirely about Cedar Downs right now, but I'm headed over to the Angry Orchard for that very large hard cider. Well, I forgot to specify that I wanted the very tall one, so I got a smaller one. It's not bad though, and probably that's fine for today anyway. This will be my 3rd drink, although spread apart each one of them by like 2 hours. So, oh, I better drink this. It is over full.
To be replaced. Which one of these horse names was given to the horse that was replaced on the Cedar Downs ride? Is it A, Luke, B, Lena, C, Bruce, or D, Nick? He says A, Luke, and that is not the correct answer. We've got a name from the Steed Vengeance. C, Bruce is correct. We're gonna move the Steed Vengeance up ahead. Next marker. And we're gonna move ahead to our next question. How long is the track on the Cedar Downs ride? Is it A, 3 feet long, B, 33 feet long, C, 63 feet long, or D, 93 feet long on the Cedar Downs track? He says D, 93 feet from the Millennium Horse, and that is the correct answer! The Millennium Horse wins the Cedar Downs Trivia Race! Thank you so much for helping me to celebrate my favorite ride here at Cedar Downs. It is my favorite ride because it goes 15 miles per hour with no seatbelts.
I almost fell off of that one once.
You guys?
Yeah, Luke, what's up?
You guys, hold on. But remember, before we leave the park today, I really need to get a picture of Steel Vengeance for my brother.
Of course we won't forget.
And, you know, while we're back there,
Okay, so they made that very, very fun to watch. I was kind of thinking it wouldn't be so much fun to watch, but definitely they made that fun to watch. I've seen it before where it was just, you know, the people just kind of hang out and answer questions and stuff, but that was much more funny. The first time I saw them with the Smarty Party, they started to come up and check out the mics, and then they're tapping on the mics, and I was like, oh my word, people are going up there that aren't supposed to be up there. It's all part of the act. But when you have just a whole bunch of kids playing, it's a little bit less funny than when you have adults who are being kind of goofy with it. And they definitely put on obviously they definitely put on a show. But since we're right here, and since I missed it last time, we're gonna check out Iron Dragon in the longest line I've ever waited for Iron Dragon. So let's go. It says a half-hour line for Iron Dragon right now. I believe that based on where the line is. Hi! This has been about a half-hour line. I hope the show is still going when we get off of this, because that's where I'm headed right away after this. But we are about to get on Iron Dragon right now. I also met a really nice family right behind me here. Very, very sweet. We talked in line for just a little bit. I love that.
Well, guys, it looks like I missed the block party.
I assumed it was more than like 10 minutes, but apparently I must be wrong.
All right, so since we have a little bit of extra time, we are going to walk over to the beginning of Cedar Point nights. All right, we all know that the second I can take off my shirt out on the beach, I'm going to. Not because I have some incredible body, because I do not. But because I've only been given one body, and I am going to enjoy it when I have it, whether I think it is amazing or not. Hashtag body positivity. We're headed out to the car right now. Everything, all the festivities will start out here on the beach in just a couple of minutes here, and let's go. Also, just because it is hot, I'm so sweaty. So the Dine in the Dark experience, from what I saw, is in that like little area that you can rent out that has all kinds of benches and seating. It looks like a great place for like a wedding right along the beach. To go to Dine in the Dark, you would go through that space into the old dining hall that is right there. It's like one of the two oldest buildings in the park. They really look cool, and actually I wish I could just see it with the lights on, although I bet it's been renovated, so I doubt it's that cool inside, but I would love to see inside it. All the lights are off. It is glow in the dark, so like black light lit, and then that's what you eat with. I don't know what all they have, but he said there's different lights and stuff like that in there while you are eating, and mostly black light stuff. So maybe someday we'll go check it out. It does sound like kind of a fun place to go, and it's like $29 a person, so it's not that expensive, especially for a buffet. But it is hard for me to spend money on food when I come here because I have the dining plan. So maybe I'll do that sometime with friends, or maybe even just by myself.
All right, I am out here in the peace and quiet, heading out to Lighthouse Point. I really have no idea where I'm going. I've been around this area before, but I don't know where the lighthouse is. So it'll be fun to see if I can find it. These little tiny houses really are cool. I'm not sure what the cost of them would be, but if you've stayed in these, tell me how much you might have paid around the time, if you know or you want to say about it. I was literally looking for it on my phone, and then it came into view. What a cool old lighthouse. I wonder what they have in there. Now I want to take a tour. Given the state of the curtains, I'm assuming there's really nothing in there. I mean, I bet there's a lot in there, but it's all storage. And it looks like they have a really cool playground / pool splash pad back here also. Ah. Hot tub, splash pad, pool. What a nice place. Well, this might be a great place for my daughter and I to hang out. We might really enjoy this. So, who knows, maybe get some friends together and go split a room. That'd be fun too. Who knows? Who knows what the future will bring? There's also shuffleboard here. Can you imagine falling asleep to the sounds of Steel Vengeance just above you every night? We also have these Lincoln log houses over here. That's what I'm going to call them anyway. I may need to look up the price difference in some of these, or you guys can help me out with that if you want to tell me what your experience is. Because this would be a pretty cool place to be able to stay. They've got a ton of amenities, fire pits, grills, and lots of chairs. You wouldn't have to bring anything here other than the food you wanted to use. I think once upon a time, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this was where they had an old resort was here. At least down on this end, I believe. Just kind of wondered why they got rid of that resort in lieu of just, again, empty space. Unless there was something like, I don't know, erosion that was happening or some sort of danger that presented itself. I'm not really sure. It does look like they took that area, and I think that's all of these new campgrounds now. All these new camping lots, I guess. But especially when you can build up, why did they build down? That's the thing that surprises me. And here's where my curiosity comes into, because this looks like a shower house, and I'm too curious not to go in. So I'm gonna go check it out. I'll see you later. So if you bring just a tent, you would be perfectly fine, because there are showers and of course full bathrooms in there too. This actually looks like a really cool area. It even looks like a gazebo and a place to fish over here too, for you to exclusively enjoy if you are hanging out in this resort. I mean, I'm sure you could still come here without hanging out in this resort, but I mean, obviously I am, but it takes a long time to walk over here, so maybe fish. I don't know if I'd say fish in there. And then I've never walked down this path over here, so we're gonna walk down the path back, I believe, back from whence we came. You get really up close and personal with Magnum up here too. You can almost hear their individual conversations. Love it. But there's the campground, there's the path, there's the gazebo we just came from. Seems just a bit dangerous and mangled though over here. Nice paths just to go hang out on the beach on. This beach is not the nicest beach here though, but still be nice to go. I mean, from right there at your resort, to have it that close, I'm seriously contemplating the idea of getting a tent. Maybe we'll have to hit Magnum on our way out of the park tonight. First, I've got to go see the uprights though. I wonder if I'm like really late for that. I bet I am. Not really late. I have 5 minutes to get there. I can do it, that's fine. I mean, they play for 45 minutes. I don't have to watch their entire set. I just enjoy going to see them, and I want to see them in their spot too. I think I hear yet another Magnum train on its way, so we'll catch the last one here on its way down. That really is a gorgeous path to walk down. I don't know, I mean, I think it's probably completely safe, but I don't know that I'd recommend people just to walk down it by themselves, you know, just in case. But definitely, if you're with friends, family, take a walk. It's a really nice walk to take. It's very pretty, a lot of nice little spots to sit and have some solitude, and it's out of the way from everybody else. That also can make it feel a little bit more dangerous. So keep that in mind. So we are here now out on the boardwalk. We're not going to look at everything yet, but I'm just gonna do a quick glance to see what's out here for Cedar Point nights. Does look like lots of dancing. I can't see everything though. It's way down the beach, and we are gonna make a sharp right here. If nothing else, then at least at 10 o'clock, from 10 to 11 o'clock, that is still going, so we'll go check it out then. Like I said earlier, all y'all sick people wanted me to do this. We're gonna check out this family here though. Nope.
Y'all are crazy people. I don't know how people do that, but it couldn't be me. All right, I have another 35 minutes until the uprights are done. So we are going to book it over to the other end of Frontier Town and then into Frontier Trail for us to go check that out. Today is a lot of walking. It always is. All right, here's some water. I need a refresh today. You know that sound when it starts raining?
See, I didn't want to get a beer, babe, but
We had two little squirts of rain come by just really, really fast. I almost just got a drink back there at, I forget what it's called, Frontier Drinks or whatever. But instead, all I have to do is just get past this bridge. And the concert is right on the other side with the uprights. So that's where I'm going. Actually, we got really lucky today because my weather app today said that it was going to be rainy throughout the day from about 2 o'clock all the way to about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. I still decided to come because I was going to be going to see shows and doing things I haven't seen yet, but we ended up getting lucky, and that is not an issue that we had today.
I love the
Popcorn and beer is a combination that you cannot live without. Or maybe you can, but I like it. Let's just say that. All right, now, this beer, it's a summer shandy. It's a lemon summer shandy. It's very light and refreshing. I'm realizing every time I get a summer shandy, I am realizing now that I am a summer shandy kind of a guy. I tried to go IPAs. I'm not hipster enough for that. That's the issue. Let's just go with summer shandies, shall we? Now, I do find that this is the only place in the park that sells popcorn, I believe. There might be one other place. That's just during the festival. So I think this is the only place that sells it like throughout the day, which is really, really weird for a theme park. His family can be here, but his mom cannot. So he's singing to her right now, which is one of the reasons why I love the uprights. But so he's singing this song to his mom on FaceTime right now. Uprights never disappoint. They are always fun to watch. They're always funny. And now we have nothing to do but to ride maybe one more ride tonight. And I'm not sure what ride to hit. I thought about Millennium Force, but it looks like it has an awfully long line. So maybe we'll try to hit Rougarou, maybe something else. I don't care to see the parade tonight, but the 150th celebration only has 9 days left. I do want to see at least the pyrotechnics show tonight. Let's see how long this line for Rougarou is. Usually, Rougarou is one of the first rides that I hit during the day. So let's see what kind of lines it pulls in the evening. Oh no, it's only at 15 minutes. Well, I can't finish this beer in the amount of time that really would be. If it was actually 15 minutes, I wouldn't have any problem finishing this beer. But it is not just 15 minutes. Guarantee it. If that thing says 15 minutes, it's a straight walk-on. So, we're going out away from Rougarou for just a second here. I'm gonna finish up this beer, or at least as much of it as I want to finish up. And then we're just gonna take a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a load off for a few minutes. We can watch Rougarou right here while I take some B-roll. That sounds like a great idea to me. Just as I thought, if Rougarou says it is a 15-minute wait, it is a straight walk-on. We won't even have the tiniest issue getting onto this right away. Here we go. Maybe I'll start riding Rougarou at night rather than during the day, because this is way better. And even during the day, Rougarou doesn't have much of a line, but this is even less of a line than what I've had this year. Maybe I just hit it at a good time. I didn't even keep track of how long this took. It didn't take long at all. So let's go. Recently my neck has been sore, so that may not have been quite as good of a decision as I had thought it was going to be. Kind of hurt my neck just a little bit. It's not that bad, but if I already needed to go probably see a masseuse, I'm gonna need that even more. Maybe we can make that a Patreon goal. Just kidding, I don't have Patreon yet. I am planning to get one. Despite my neck though, I have never ridden that ride at night, and that was a blast. All right, I just came over here out of curiosity, but this does look like a low weight.
Congratulations, you passed the audit.
So you know? I don't know. Is it worthwhile? It's 45 minutes. I want to see the show tonight. I don't know. Is this a 45-minute line? Is this less than a 45-minute line? I think it might be less. Well, I was thinking the fireworks started at 10. They don't start at 10. They start at 9:20. I was thinking the parade starts at 9:20. I got it wrong. So today, we're not going to go see the fireworks, but that's okay. We'll get on this, and then we'll head out for the evening for the Cedar Point nights out on the beach after this. It is 9:42 right now, so like I said, we might end up at the very last fireworks of the evening.
And enjoy the rest of your day here at Cedar Point. American Roller Coaster. Right on.
Still might hit the very last fireworks. Might. I'm not that hopeful. It's 9:49 right now, but I know I'll be able to head straight out to the beach one way or another. All right, Millennium Force at night, so good. And that is the last thing of the evening, unless I can catch the very, very end of the fireworks show. Right now, I didn't see anything while we were in the air, so it's possible there might still be a little bit of fireworks still yet to go tonight. Generally, the fireworks do go a little bit after closing. That's when they usually end up happening, so I might very likely be able to hop into line to go check those out at the very, very end, because that final show is really, really cool. So we're gonna go check that out, and then it's off to the beach for an hour of Cedar Point nights. All right, we've got something happening. Oh, we're still quite a bit before the finale. I'd probably have enough time to go pee right now. Not going to though.
Cedar Point, the roller coaster capital.
Wow, it's less popular than it was. I'm surprised. It's way less popular than it used to be. People were like lining up over there to watch it. Well, hey, more room for me. That's fine with me.
That's why they call me Mr. Very High. I'm driving at the speed of light. I wanna make it supersonic, can I use?
Look around you, friends. The magnificent world of Cedar Point is ours to share and to treasure. pleasure for as long as we live. Cedar Point's epic journey is nothing.
This is a different cast this time.
Now, give it up for the Cedar Point Singers! Hey, hey, hey! Make some noise for the hottest dancers in America! Together, let's make a wish for 150 more years of great times and great memories. Here we go!
All right, I just met Jason, Gavin, two really sweet guys hanging out here at Cedar Point. Jason just came up to me and said, "Hey, I've been watching your videos since you were like at 300 subscribers." So
Thanks for watching, Jason. And nice to meet you, Gavin. He was the guy dancing right in front of me. You could see his head in the video. So definitely something I would do. Definitely, especially something I would do when I was in high school. So we are on our way now out to the beach. I'm gonna use the restroom real fast, and we're gonna see what kind of festivities are happening out there, which should be really fun. And then we'll head out for the evening. It's been a great day here at Cedar Point, but let's just keep going. Are they practicing on a fog machine for Halloween weekends? Because that's what that looks like to me. This is just the second evening of Cedar Point nights, and it is hopping out here. There are tons of people behind me. It's a little bit hard to get out the door. And I can see here that there was a band at some point tonight. But let's go out on the beach and see what's actually happening. Lawn games and volleyball. Of course, volleyball is nothing new. Lawn games really aren't anything new either, but they do have lights on them now, so that makes it a little bit different. Out here is where the lights start. Mostly just for volleyball, though. They're selling light toys out here. TikTok dances. It's kind of weird because I'm not walking out this way tonight like I normally would. I actually have to walk all the way back in order to get out to my car. This is also where the seashell dig is. I don't know about that. All right, down on the beach now. We're gonna go see what it's actually like out here in the dancing areas and all that kind of stuff. Calm water, so calm you can barely hear it tonight, especially not over the roar of everyone else. Now up here there are a couple of glowing blocks and some fire. I'm a little bit surprised to see the other fires not lit. Smelling those fires though, giving me those fall vibes. I am highly offended that they are playing the Macarena and no one is dancing to it. Oh, there's a small group right there in the middle. It's like prom, only people are dressed more modestly. They've done something very, very similar to this the last couple of years, with the possible exception of last year because Corona ruins everything. But yeah, the hot tub is of course the young people place. And with that, we are on our way into the hotel to refill my water to take home with me and to get in the car and take that 2.5 hour trek back to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Which means I'll get home at like 2 a.m. tonight. On nice nights, the fires are just full of people, especially when it's just a little bit cool like tonight is. It's always nice to end the night in this beautiful lobby. I think today was a very successful day. We did all the things I haven't done here at Cedar Point. There's still a few to hit. Let's just be honest. There will probably always be a few to hit, but we did see quite a few things that we haven't done yet. And that was really fun, especially Lighthouse Point is beautiful. It's a nice walk. There's a lot of pretty foliage around, and what a place to stay if you can stay there. It's really making me think, because I might need to go stay there. And it was just nice to see some things that I haven't seen before. Now, just because I am done with this video right now does not mean that you should stop submitting requests for things that I can do. If there are other things that you know, please let me know about down in the comments. I always love to hear from you with challenge ideas, with new things I can do, anything like that. Love to hear about it. Anyway, I had fun. I hope you guys did too, and I hope that you will like, comment, and subscribe. If you are around and you haven't subscribed yet, please press that subscribe button. We'd love to have you guys join this roller coaster loving family. So I'll talk with you guys later. Thank you for joining, and let's go.